The highlight of almost every auto show is the array of futuristic concept cars presented by automakers to gauge public and press reactions to their new design ideas. Ideas that they hope to bring to dealer showrooms sooner rather than later. Unfortunately, watching them rotate on a display stand is about as close as most of us will ever get to actually driving them. But recently, High Road reporter Craig Singhas got to live every auto show fan's dream and drive the cars that make the future worth waiting for.
All eyes were on the GM Motorama of 1954 as the crowds began to gather in New York's Waldorf Astoria for the thrill of seeing with their own
Back in the 1950s, General Motors gained tremendous exposure by displaying their glimpse into the future at the famed Motorama shows. They showcased cars from across the entire spectrum of the General Motors lineup. Of course, in the last few decades, General Motors has chosen to showcase their prototypes and dream cars individually at various prestige international auto shows. And that's why we took great note when recently GM made a group of concept cars available for the press to drive and evaluate. And this is a rather unusual situation. GM has rolled out 9 of its best concept vehicles all at once for all the world to see. First up, the Buick Lacrosse.
And what we have here is the Buick Lacrosse, which is all about American beauty. But going beyond beauty in the car offers a surprising amount of versatility. And it has a special sunroof option and the hatch that opens up to allow you to use it as a station wagon, but it doesn't look boxy like a truck or wagon would look.
Which doesn't mean that trucks and wagons were not well represented. Case in point, GMC's Terradyne.
We really set out to create a unique identity for GMC. This look of industrial precision, a very chiseled kind of billet cut look. We really wanted to kind of stake our flag in the ground with a new look in the truck market.
Not to be outdone, GM's newly acquired AM General division showed off its new smaller Hummer called the H2. Based on an S10 chassis, with its narrower stance and independent rear suspension, this may prove to be the first urban-friendly Hummer. Now, Chevrolet swears this is not a pickup truck. It's the SSR, or Super Sport Roadster.
The SSR really is our modern interpretation of what a Roadster can be, taking it to the next functional level and borrowing from the rich heritage that Chevrolet Motor Division has. It's all about excitement. We talk about the styling draws you in, performance keeps you there. And under the hood, you'll find a 6-liter V8 power plant driving the rear wheels. We're looking probably about 350 horsepower, about the same number in torque, so it's a lot of power.
Call it a roadster or a truck. We call it hot. Also from Chevrolet is the Traverse, the latest interpretation of the family sedan. It's a crossover vehicle in reverse, a sedan-like body on an S10 truck frame. While quite spacious inside, this one seemed to miss the mark with me, as it was still boxy like an SUV with a truck-like ride. Other crossover vehicles were more appealing. The Oldsmobile Profile showed very clever interior packaging.
What we've managed to accomplish here with the Oldsmobile Profile is a vehicle that has the overall length of today's Alero sedan with the interior volume of the Intrigue and with the added functionality of a liftgate in the back.
Another vehicle along those same lines was the Saturn CV1. This all-wheel drive vehicle is smaller than the current SL Saturn sedan, but features such as the bifold rear doors maximize interior efficiency. Inspired by the look of a pop-up sport tent, the Pontiac Piranha is the perfect accessory for the extreme water sport lifestyle of youth buyers. The interior can be cleaned with a hose. Seats are removable to be used as beach chairs, and the sliding rear package shelf is perfect for wetsuits and beach gear. And GM's flagship division, Cadillac, made its presence known as well with the Imaj, a high-tech concept that integrates all-wheel drive, 4 doors, and styling inspired by the recent Cadillac Evoque sports car. The unique rear doors and louvered roof give the Imaj an open feeling, reminiscent of the open touring cars of the past. All in all, it was a unique opportunity to again glimpse a look at the future as seen by the world's largest automaker.